There we go. All right. So I'll let you controller from there. I know we're already live.
I feel like I should be working for ESPN or something.
I think ESPN's got a little better setup. So
Pick up the ball and run around. Then I can feel like I'm in the NBA.
get some action shots.
What you guys can't see is I'm double dribbling.
I was gonna say we should have had that on camera. Well, anyways, we'll just get this thing going here because we're open for business, and we are gonna have to help customers or answer phone calls when they come in. So we'll get through this. Welcome to DeBoss Firearms. This is our live video. We are live in our little shop in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. If you're not familiar with our channel or our page, we have a new auction up and running right now, and it's going to end Tuesday, the 28th at 12 p.m. Eastern. So that's noon Eastern that's going to end. And everything on the wall behind me is up for auction. And we have more over there, but we're going to kind of stick to what we got here. And as per YouTube rules and guidelines, we cannot touch the firearms. So we have our handy dandy pointer. Before I get into what the auction items that we have are, I want to talk about our pin maps. So we did a live last week, Friday, about the pin maps that we did. And Dustin, I don't know if you're going to need to move closer, but we have put a pin in the map for everybody that commented on our pin map video, one of our shorts. And you can see by the red pins, those are all came in from YouTube commenters, and I only had a limited number of pins. So between the US and the world, we have about 500 red pins on our map. So this kind of gives us a small sample size of our following. So we have about 500 pins in here, and so kind of cool. I mean, you can see. I mean, we're pretty big, at least in the UK. I mean, we got that going for us.
Yeah.
The red coats like us.
Hey, at least there's no hard feelings.
Yeah, or it might be because you guys don't get to see the cool stuff in your country that we get to show you. So if you notice, there are some blue pins and some gold pins, and so the blue means if they were watching on Facebook or Instagram, that we would put a pin in for them. 1 second. And then gold means that they physically came into the shop. So if you see a gold pin on here, that means that they actually came into the shop and placed the pin themselves. So you could always have that option. If you ever come and visit us, we'll have a gold pin for you to put in the map. So what's up?
We got a greeting from Indonesia, and yes, no, this is not pre-recorded.
No, not pre-recorded.
Miles, we are live, dude.
What's up, Miles? We're here.
Yeah.
So this was just a cool little, I don't want to say experiment, but this was a cool little video that we did asking our viewers where they're from so we could put a pin in our map for them. So we're going to hang these maps up on the showroom floor. And so if you ever get a chance to come visit us, like I say, we will give you a gold pin, and you can put a pin in the map for yourself, and that lets everybody know that you actually visited the shop.
Yeah.
So
our first gold pin on the world map is from Berlin.
the Germans.
Yep.
Berlin, Germany. So, but we're again, if you're not familiar with us, we're located here in Oshkosh, Wisconsin, and every July, end of July, Oshkosh hosts the EAA, which is the Experimental Aircraft Association, and about 1 million people from around the world come to our little town, and they come for that EAA show. And last year, we had plenty of people from other countries come visit the shop. We just didn't have the maps made up yet. So we're hoping if anybody is on the live and is going to come to Oshkosh for the EAA event, please stop down. We're not too far away from where that's hosted, and like I say, we can put a gold pin in the map for you that you visited the shop. So, and then maybe you get to see some cool stuff that you don't actually get to see in your home country. So, but Dustin, why don't we move back so we can see the wall here real quick? All right. So again, we do have our auction up and live right now. I do have a link to that auction in the description below. But if for whatever reason that doesn't work for you, all you have to do is go to dbossoutdoors.hybid.com. That is the actual web address that will show you the full catalog of the auction, because Hybid doesn't like to show the scary stuff, which looks like this, and this. They won't show that on just their regular homepage. They call them weapons of war, but I bet you...
Use that beautiful pointer, Dave.
I bet you they're going to show this, which I don't know how well you can see that on the camera. But this is the Gewehr 43, the German 8mm rifle. That one was manufactured in 1944. So a late World War II model. That's an actual weapon of war, and I bet you Hybid will show that right on the, regular site. So, so they don't like to show the scary stuff. So you have to go to our full web address, the auction web address, which is the dbossoutdoors.hybid.com. So you can bid on these beautiful firearms. And most firearms, I don't think I have any that aren't starting at $1. So every firearm that you see here, the bidding starts at $1, but bids have been coming in, so everything might not be at $1.
I think one of the single shots are starting at...
Nope, that starts at $1.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
So yeah, if you see something here, you can start getting your bids in at $1. We do dollar bid increments, so it does not matter what the bidding is at. So if you want an item and it's a $2,000 bid, instead of it being some astronomical next bid, like another $200 to bid on that item, it's $1. So we have slow closing on the bidding, so nobody can come in and snipe you at the end. If somebody bids within the last, I think it's 2 minutes or a minute and a half, the time will reset for another minute and a half. So we have a real nice setup to the auction that I think is a pleasant experience for everybody. You had a comment?
Yeah, Mason from across the pond, our
What's up, Mason?
cousins in the UK, asks, just asking, I'm from the UK, how much roughly is a handgun? That's a great question, Mason, and the answer is, there's a whole range, like anything from $200 all the way up to thousands of dollars.
And actually, I think the high point C9s are still coming in under 200.
Oh, are they now?
Yeah, I think.
I know for a while there they got up close to 3 for a little bit, but
yeah, but that was probably based on availability. But now, like a high point C9, it's kind of a joke and a trope around here. But that pistol, I usually list out at $189. So, and that's a 9mm. But yeah, it kind of the sky's the limit when it comes to handguns, because you can do custom competition grade handguns that gets you well into the thousands. And then, I mean, even like custom 1911s, you're getting up into a couple $1,000s. So, but yeah, if you ever, Mason, if you ever make it over this way, you happen to be in Little Oshkosh, Wisconsin, on a trip, stop in the shop. We can show you a whole range.
he has a follow up. How much would a Glock be? Right around right around 4 to 8 on average.
Yeah. I mean, and you can get them used too.
The Zimbabwe says nice finger pointing thingy. It's the way to keep things going, brother.
Yeah, YouTube will shut this down.
Hey, in my defense, it says you are not allowed to handle firearms. It doesn't say anything about touching them.
Oh, we do touch.
Well,
Dustin had a mishap on one of the other lines.
Yeah.
Which you can't see because it got shut down.
Yeah.
He touched a gun. So I got to thank my daughters for lending me their pointer. So This has made life a lot easier for us on our lives. So, real quick, if you're just joining in on the live, we're a small gun shop here in Oshkosh, Wisconsin. Reason for the live today, we're showing you some of the new auction items that we have up in our new auction, which is live right now. You have to go to dbossoutdoors.hibid.com to see the full catalog. And so
Zimbabwe's got a snort out of that one. Smart, no fingerprints. That's facts.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
It's a trigger finger too.
Yeah.
You just.
Yeah. All right, so Dustin, let's maybe move the camera over here so we can see some of the items a little better, because we have some really neat.
Dave got sick of Dustin's shaky camera work, so he put it on a tripod.
Why don't we start with the lever action, because everybody seems to have a fascination with lever actions lately.
Yeah.
This is a Winchester Model 94 Legendary Frontiersman. So it's one of those almost like anniversary editions that Winchester puts out. This one, I want to say in our research, was manufactured in the late 70s, and it has might be a little hard to see from where you're at, Dustin, but it does have like a Frontier engraving on the receiver. You have a Frontier medallion in the buttstock, and this is chambered in a unusual caliber, 38-55.
Yeah.
So I can't say that I've come across a 38-55 in the past before, but this one here is chambered in that. The owner of this rifle probably got it somewhere around the 70s and then just stored it since then. So we got in a lot of firearms that we're going to show you here real quick that basically were acquired in the 80s, and then they were just stored. They were never fired or used or really brought out to daylight, and we have proof. We have proof of that. So,
Yeah.
So that's
it's got the original tag on it.
Yeah, you can see there's the Winchester Legendary Frontiersman tag still attached to the lever. So
I totally heard Mickey's giggle right then.
yeah. Then Dustin, we can pan down a little bit. I'm going to show off these Ducks Unlimited shotguns.
Sure.
So we have the Remington 1100 here, and you can see has the Ducks Unlimited logo there as well. And these two shotguns, the owner had this one in 1985, and then the Browning BPS shotgun here, the owner had one in 1984. Won them at a Ducks Unlimited banquet and literally put them in the case that they came with and stored them. Never took them out, never fired them. So we got them with all the original paperwork, and that's where we can safely say this collection is from the 80s.
I think the Remington even comes with the hell's the word we were looking for that we finally found and now I forgot.
Well, it's program.
The program.
Yeah, it's the
from
program from the actual Ducks Unlimited banquet.
Yeah.
And that has the date, which was December 3rd, 1985 or something like that.
Yeah, I learned that Ducks Unlimited became absolute cheapskates because the last time I went, it was a folded piece of paper, and that program was high quality cardstock and
especially from the 80s.
Yeah.
So, but why don't we focus on this guy next? That German Gewehr 43, what we talked about before. Let's back out a little bit.
Sure.
So, a little background story on the owner of the collection. They owned a tavern or a bar, not too far from here. They owned it in the 80s. Apparently, some of the regular patrons of the bar would run up bar tabs that they couldn't pay in cash, so they brought them guns in lieu of paying the tab. So this bar owner would just collect these firearms, and they would pay off guys' tabs, but he never shot them. You'd just store them. He'd get them and set them aside or in the safe, and there they sat till this week, from the way that we understand it. One of those cool things is that German Gewehr 43 8mm rifle.
Yeah. We got a couple of people asking if we ship out of country. No, we do not ship out of country.
We do not.
And we do not have any Takarovs.
Yeah, this is where you get asked.
Yeah.
This is where we get asked, show me a 5.7, show me a Smith & Wesson, show me a,
Oh, we got a twofer on that one.
Yeah. Well,
That's Smith & Wesson 5.7.
That's usually what I get.
Yeah.
Is show me this. Well, I'm showing
everything you're seeing right now is on an online auction.
Yep. So let's show that real quick, Dustin.
Yep.
The link to the auction is in the description, but it is dbossoutdoors.hybid.com. That is a direct link to the auction that you get to see the entire catalog of everything that's in it. So we do have more than just firearms in the auction. There are plenty of accessories, ammo that's in there as well. And we even have a set of Miller High Life wildlife photos. So,
Yeah.
Mirrored photos, that's in there.
Yeah, they'd look great in like a home bar.
Yeah.
Like
if you got
like
a
a man
garage
cave or something, especially if you're a big Miller guy.
Yep. Well, as long as you're over here on the pistols. The Ruger Vaccaro 357 single action revolver. That spells of Marv Reds and desperation. No, not a lot of people like that comment. We use that in one of our shorts recently. So that's a great. That's at a great reserve on the auction right now.
Yeah, it is ridiculously cheap for what it is.
Yep. Down below, believe it or not, is actually a Desert Eagle 1911. So it is chambered in 45 ACP on this.
It's been at Magnum Research.
Yep. So it is Desert Eagle. You can't touch it.
Yeah.
So, but it is chambered in 45 ACP, the Lord's caliber. And let's show, if you can, Dustin, our Stormtrooper Glock 48. So this is a custom Glock 48 with a custom stipple job in Stormtrooper white Cerakote.
Mm-hmm.
And it is optic ready. We do have a couple of SIGs. We have the M18 and the M17 P320. So this one's more of a full size. That one's more compact. We do have that custom 1911.
No, I just
Comments.
yeah. There's a whole lot of stupid that slipped in, and I was like, "Wow, you're an ass." Just
Okay. So back to rifles, Dustin, or long guns, I should say.
no, the revolver down there. That's actually a starting pistol.
Oh yeah, sorry. That guy there, that's a 32 cal starting pistol. So any of my track referees that are out there, track and field referees, or anybody that is looking to train, if you're doing any train with your dogs to get them used to gunfire, a starter pistol is great for that.
Yeah.
But Dustin, if you want to pan back over to the long guns, we're still just down here at the bottom. So we do have this is an 8mm Mauser bolt action rifle, phenomenal condition on this guy. Another one that was just stored back in the 70s or 80s and just never saw the light of day. It was never fired by the previous owner. Down below we have the Winchester model 1897 pump action 12 gauge shotgun. We looked up the serial number and the manufacturing date on that, and it is manufactured in 1899. And this thing is in great condition for being well over 100 years old.
Yeah.
The bluing on it is very very good. There is some wear underneath where you would expect where the fore end moves. Down below, very last guy down here at the end is a U.S. issued Springfield model 1903 30-06 bolt action rifle. We again looked up the serial number from this guy. Manufactured in 1907, but it was sporterized, and it could have been sporterized by the military, or a gunsmith could have done it. But the sporterized portion of it was done very well. But it is put in a new stock. I say new. I
Yeah,
couldn't tell you the year,
aftermarket.
but it's definitely an aftermarket stock. But it does come with the optic on it. So there is just kind of a real good line of history in here as well. And I skipped over the Remington Redline label 20 gauge over under shotgun. This thing is just, it looks brand new.
Yeah, it really does.
And we looked that up as well. Manufactured in 1982. But these Ruger Redline label over unders just have phenomenal craftsmanship, and it has a following, so it's a higher end over under, so, and sought after. Dustin, if you want to point up real quick, and we'll get through this, and then we'll wrap it up here, guys. We do have a Century Arms AK-47. Does come with 3 30-round mags.
And that is not your dad's Century Arms. That's a solid rifle. I know a lot of people hear Century Arms and they think, Maraca, rattles a lot,
Yep.
But I mean, for what it is and for the cost on it, it's a pretty good deal.
Yep. And then right above it, something a little more rare. It is a Galil Ace, SAR, SAR. It's a Galil Ace SAR, and this one is chambered in 5.56. It's the first gen. You can find the second generations of these quite often, but the first gens have just fallen off the market. You don't see them available anywhere. Nobody's selling them. I guess they get them and they hang on to them. So it's very hard to find any of these for sale right now. And again, that is live at our auction. And you have to go to dbossoutdoors.highbid.com to actually see the full catalog. So I'm going to encourage everybody to go visit that link, which is in the description below, to see everything that's on the catalog, and you can see where the bids are at. The auction ends Tuesday, May 28th at 12 p.m. Eastern, which is noon Eastern. The auction starts to close, and there's a minute in between each lot closing.
Somebody had commented that the link isn't in the description.
Okay. Well,
so we'll fix that in a couple minutes here.
So, but again, dbossoutdoors.highbid.com. If you do head over to the description, we do have links to all of our affiliates in there as well, and you can visit the affiliate links to receive certain percentages off with our promo code. So we would encourage you to look there as well. And lastly, Dustin, we can pan this way. We did get restocked on hats and shirts. So if you're local and these are in store, you can click the products tab on the live video right now to see our online merch shop. Otherwise, if you're local and you can stop in, we have new hats, new shirts in stock, ready to go now. If you want one of these, because this exact version is not on our online merch shop, these are exclusive to our in-store customers. If you do want one of them, you can reach out to us and we can let you know what shipping would be. So with that, Dustin, I think.
Yeah, I got nothing.
Yep, I think we're gonna hop off here. It's Friday. We're probably gonna get busy here in just a minute. So again, make sure you go visit dbossoutdoors.highbid.com to see the full auction catalog. Thanks, and we'll see you next time.